Good afternoon to all. Dear students, after our induction program, we are sitting with as an online induction online program after the long days, I think so. Well, uh, Rafi ma'am, I
Yes,
start the
yes,
program.
Professor. No issue,
Okay,
Professor.
madam.
We can.
Nagaraj sir, please. Nagaraj sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, professor. May I start this session?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Well, once again, very good afternoon to all. After the long days, we are by an online in a different manner. I think so. And before that, we had discussed only the subject related things and other is general related. But the program going to organize by IIC and as well as with our SNH department. So first, I would like to thank today's guest, Mr. Nagarajan, for accept our invitation. I think the 2 days before only our convener Sakti ma'am has called to our Mr. Nagarajan sir, and in his busy schedule, he accept entire things, our request and all the things, but the very crucial manner, I think so, because our title is very different one, and that should be purely related with our students' development. Thank you very much, Nagarajan sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Well, first I would like to welcome Mrs. Radhi, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, for welcome address. Madam, please.
Thank you, Professor. A dream written down with a date becomes a goal. A goal broken down into steps becomes a plan. A plan backed by actions makes your dreams come true. A very pleasant afternoon filled to you all gathered today, filled with hopes and dreams. In every day, there are 1440 minutes. That means we have 1440 daily opportunities. Let me make this day an opportunity to learn a new skill. Life is 10% what happens to you, and 90% how you react to it. This reaction is called attitude. Let me invite our today's guest speaker, Mr. Nagarajan, a research scholar, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Chennai, who are going to motivate how to build an attitude and behavioral development. He worked in Bojan School of Business and Technology in the Department of Management Studies. He handled many classes and sessions on the basis of development skills, published 2 papers, and encouraging MPhil projects. My dear buddies, we are adding extra touch up to make our self beauty. As such, to work in a competitive environment, we should know some skills to educate our personal growth. Let me together welcome Mr. Nagarajan on board to motivate our students. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Radhi ma'am. Thank you very much. It's right time to introduce about today's guest having excellent qualification, an undergraduate and Master of Business Administration. I did an SRM University and as well as MPhil Human Resource. And special one is important. He is the trainee in Air India H flight operation, and as well as due to the trainee of Air India, he did a diploma in international airlines and travel management. He is the dynamic personality. And other things, he had a good experience in Cogent School of Business and Technology. I hope that he acted as a head of the Department of Business Administration, Business Management, I think so. Well, apart from that, then many things he has done in his academic career, and other than he has achieved many things at the time of our academic portion, and now he is doing a PhD in SRM University in regular manner, I think so. But he is the deserved people to talk about today's topic: entrepreneurship, attitude, and personal development. Because I know very well about him, Mr. Nagarajan, as he is one of the colleague in my previous colleges, and I welcome Mr. Nagarajan.
Yes, sir.
This platform is yours.
Sir,
Please take your mic.
good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Yeah, can I start with the session?
Yeah, sure, sure, sure.
Yeah,
Definitely.
thank you, sir.
Carry on,
Thank you.
please. Go ahead.
Is that
Yeah,
is
your
it?
PPT is visible, sir. Your PPT is visible. Yeah,
Yeah, okay, sir.
continue, please.
So before I start with the session, I would really thank the management, Vivekananda College of Technology for Women, LM Palayam, Tiruchengodu, Namakkal, and I really, sincere thanks to the Department of Science and Humanity and Institutions of Innovations Council, IIC, and the HOD of SNH, Dr. J. Aribu Karasu, and Mrs. P. Shakti, Assistant Professor of Maths, the coordinator, and the principal, Dr. M. Devi, and the executive director, Professor Dr. S. Kupuswamy. And thank you for inviting me for this wonderful workshop. So, as the topic which has been given to me to uh, give a lecture on the entrepreneurship skill, the attitude, and the behavior development. So, before getting into the uh, session, so I want to make you all with the good pronunciation of what is the entrepreneur is about. Okay, so many have been met a person. I mean, the students especially, they wrongly they pronounce they call like the entrepreneur and entrepreneur something else. But the appropriate pronunciation of the entrepreneur is entrepreneur. Okay, you can just see the words which have been split out here, and that the pronunciation is about entrepreneur. Okay, I think I'm clear with the pronunciation which have been present here. And the exact meaning of what is then entrepreneur is about is an entrepreneur is the person who takes a risk and start something new. Okay, so whether if it's a common person, whether you are a student, whatever be, whether it is being a businessman, so whoever takes risk, they will really lead success in their life. So without those who are not taking risk, those who are not facing the problems, those who are getting fear of this, taking the risk and problems, they will never lead the success in their life. Do you agree? Okay, so and entrepreneur is the person who takes risk and start something new and to lead their business. Okay, so entrepreneur is the one who takes risk and start something new, and also a person who organizes and manages any enterprise, especially a business, usually with considerable initiative and risk. So all the initiatives and the risk, it's both being managed by a person is called a entrepreneur. Okay, the person will also organize and he will also manage the enterprise, especially with business, who is considerably having the both the risk, and they also take the initiatives of what are the risks they are facing up, whether it is a financial risk, whether it is a time management, whatever the risk they are the one person, they are wholly and only the person are uh, they are the one who is responsible for that. Okay, so let us see who is the father of the entrepreneurship. Okay, so he is the father of entrepreneur and innovation. So he is Joseph Schumpeter. He introduced the entrepreneur and into innovation, explaining with the economic process. So in the 20th century, he is the most accomplished economist. So so he is the one who introduced the entrepreneur and innovation concepts and all. Okay, so you can ask me, sir, he is the one who introduced the entrepreneurs or what? So not like that actually. So he is the one who came with all the theories and much more. But before that, the original entrepreneur, if I want to say, that is our ancestors and forefathers, and they were making the traders and the merchants. So actually that took in the around the 17,000 BCE, that is before Christ, and in New Guinea. Okay, so he's the father of entrepreneur and innovation, called Joseph Compete. Okay, fine. Okay, so before getting into the types of entrepreneurship, so let us discuss what makes an entrepreneur. Okay, so what makes an entrepreneur? Okay, so the first thing is the entrepreneur should come outside of the comfort zone. Okay, so basically the Indian culture is that, like, Indian parents will make make their child to be very in a comfort zone. They'll actually, they see whatever, their intention is they should not face any problems, so that comfort zone should not be there. But for a child it is okay, but when we are grown up, that it should not be there for an entrepreneur. So we have to come outside of the comfort zone, and we have to challenge ourselves that we can do anything else we want. So for that, we have to identify what is our goal is about, and what we have to look what we are unique about. Okay, so we have to so we, the entrepreneur, are the agents of change. So we can change the world to any kind of extent. So if we are thinker. Okay, so they actually they calculate and they control the risk to increase the chances of success. Right. So it requires this. They have to come outside from the comfort zone, and they have to challenge themselves. Okay. So also they have to set goals to themselves, and they have to stay on the track. Okay. Hello. Hello. Uh, is there any disturbance? Okay.
Sir, I think the slide is not moving. Slide is still in the first page.
No. I'm just explaining before getting into the types of entrepreneurship, and just explain what makes an entrepreneur. Okay, so I'm still explaining about it.
Still in the first page. It's still in your first page.
Oh, still in the first page.
Yeah.
One second. Now it is okay.
Yeah. Types of entrepreneur.
Oh my god. Okay. So what is visible in the screen now?
Well, types of entrepreneurship.
Okay. It shows in this full screen or in the part screen?
No. It's a full screen.
Full screen only.
Full
Okay.
screen. Not on the full screen. It is in the PPT mode only. It's in the
PPT
work
only.
page. It's in the work page. It's
Work
not
page
in
only.
the
Yeah.
full screen. Yeah.
Okay. Now it is okay. Now it is okay. Types of entrepreneurship.
Yeah, the page is visible, but it is still in the workspace mode. Okay.
One second, I'll refresh it. Okay.
Yes.
Is it
Now
visible?
it is. Yeah. Now it is in
Yeah.
full.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So okay, is that the screen visible fully?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is visible, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So what makes an entrepreneur is they have to identify their goal. They have to look for what no for something unique that they will meet a need. Okay. So you understand the difference between the need and the what. Okay. So what they will meet a need, and they have to satisfy a want, or they have to solve a problem. Okay, so whether you have to tell me that whether you will meet a you want a need first, or you will satisfy your want first? Any answer? What do you do first? What is the meaning of it? What is the need and what is the want? What is the meaning of it? Okay, let me tell you one thing. Like, need is the thing which it says the meaning of it is the thing to survive. So that you need, it is very important. Okay, to survive, your need is very important. Okay, a want is that it is a person desire. Either you want it now or you want it in the future. So these wants are optional, but need is to survive. Okay, now you understood whether you have to fulfill your need first or you have to fulfill your want first. You understood? Okay, so need is the one you have to survive. So without this, you cannot survive. And the satisfy want is the thing which is either you can do it now, or else you can do it for the future. So these wants is an optional. Okay, so this is the differences of wants and needs. Okay. So entrepreneurs are the one who takes up the risk bearers, and they are the coordinators and organizers, and they are the creating of imitators, and they are also called as the innovators also. Okay, so let us discuss about what are the types of entrepreneurs are. So first is small entrepreneurship. So what is small entrepreneurship? I've just given you the examples here. These examples of hairdressers are grocery store, travel agent, consultant, carpenter, plumber, electrician, etc. So, what are this small business entrepreneurship is about? So these people will either run or own their own business, or else, and they will hire a family members or local employee. For them, the profit would be able to feed their family, and not making like like the big businessmen, like 100 million business dollars, $200 and all. That is not important for these kinds of small business entrepreneurship people and all. So their thing is the profit is only to feed their family, and not making 100 million business a lot, or they have to take over an industry also. So where they will get an industry, where they will get the fund is like taking the small business loans, like from their known friends or family. So this is the first type of entrepreneurship business. So this is a small types of business of entrepreneurship. So they will take a small business loan from their family and friends. So example, I have given you hairdresser, grocery store, travel agents, and all. Okay. So the second type of entrepreneurship is that the scalable startup entrepreneurship. Like example is Twitter, Google, and Facebook and Skype. So what is the scalable startup entrepreneurship? So these companies will hire the best and the brightest employees, right? So they require more venture capital to fuel and also to back up the project or the business, right? So they attract the investors who think they no they encourage the people who think out of boxes. So for example, if they're not thinking out of boxes, so will we get any updated in the Facebooks, or will we get any updates from the Google, or will we get any updations in the Twitter? No. So the thing is that these kinds of startup entrepreneur will start a business knowing that uh, they will change the vision of the world. Okay, so that their vision is to change the world. So they attract the investors who think, and increase the people who think out of boxes, right? So they their focus is on the experimental models. So they hire the best and the brightest employee. So this is the kind of entrepreneurship. So they require more venture capital in order to back up the project, or for their businesses. You understand? Okay, so the third type of entrepreneurship is the large company entrepreneurship. So the example is Microsoft and Samsung. So most of these companies will grow and sustain by offering new and innovative products. So you would have seen many you know innovative products from the company of Samsung and Microsoft and all. And like no, Samsung will be upgrading their versions and the mobile phones and the models and all. So only these if these huge companies will have the defined life cycle. So these companies will always they have the intention of growing their business, and they will sustain by offering new and innovative products, right? So this is the most important criteria that they follow for the large company of entrepreneurship, like Microsoft and Samsung, right? So the change in technology and the customer preferences, so these are the most important things they give importances, right? So the next kind of entrepreneurship is that the Amul and the Arvind Eye Hospital in Arola. So you would have know heard about the names called Amul and all. You have drinking many products from Amul, and even you have visited Arvind Eye Hospital. I think in Pondicherry and all. Like so, this kind of entrepreneurship will focus on the uh, producing products and services that will resolve the social needs and also the problems. So, what is the motto of this social entrepreneurship is to work for the society and not for making any profits. Right. So above all these, first three are to make profits and to create, very with to change the vision of the world and to change very technologically. But the final thing is that the social entrepreneurship is the motto is only to work for the society and not work making any profits. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So again, we uh, discuss about the characteristics of entrepreneurship. What is the characteristics of entrepreneurship? So you can know those who are entering into the business. So all entrepreneurs are not successful. So all entrepreneurs are not unsuccessful, right? So what the thing is, no, they have some qualities, and they have some each individual businessmen and women. So whatever you take, they have a kind of knowledge, and they have the kind of separate what is that experiences. They have mindsets and all. So apart from that, so some will shine in their industry, some may not shine in their industry. So there are a lot of differences, like. So what are the characteristics of entrepreneurship? First comes like the ability to take a risk. So what is that? The ability to take risk. So whatever thing that you do without taking any risk, you cannot move further, and you can lead any life or any businesses. Okay, so starting any new venture which involves a considerable amount of failure. So even whatever the business you take, at least in the starting you will at least face any failure. So without failure, no businessman will run the company. You agree with my point? Okay, so ability to take risk. So once if they face the risk, and once if they face the loss, so they'll know where they have made the mistakes. Okay, so starting up any new venture and involves with any considerable amount of failure risk. So therefore the entrepreneur needs to be very courageous, and they have to be very so this is the very essential part of an entrepreneur. So taking up the risk is very essential part of an entrepreneur. So what comes next of the second characteristics of entrepreneur is innovation. What is innovation is about? So innovation is, if in a single word, if I have to tell you, generating new ideas. Okay, so generating new ideas. So it should be highly innovative. So what of the company you start? So any company, any business they start. So the thing they start with the vision is generating with new ideas. Okay, and they have to earn profits out it. Okay, so change can be by launching of new products that is new in the market. So when you are facing any market business, so when you are launching a product to the market, so the thing is the people will expect, is there any innovative products are there, is there any invention products are there, Is there any new products are there? Is there any updates are there? And if you're not technically updated, and if you're not innovatively updated, and if you're not generating any new ideas, no product will have a warm welcome by the public, okay, by the people. Okay, so that is how no so for innovation you have to be more efficient, and you have to be more economical also. Okay, so if you are in innovation but you are no fixing the price with more no higher prices, no one will come and buy. Okay, when you are launching a new product, you have to be very economical. Okay, so innovating a new ideas, it's more important for any entrepreneurship, for starting up a business. Next comes as visionary and leadership quality. What is that a visionary and leadership quality is about? To be successful, the entrepreneur should have a very clear vision. You understood?
Yes.
Okay, what is that a vision is about? What is vision? uh, you would have go and check it in your institution. There will be a board called vision and mission and all. So there'll be a boards of vision of the institution and mission of the institution. Please go and check it out. So they'll have a wordings there. So what is the vision of your institution? What is the mission of your institution? So what it says actually, right? Vision is that the future imagination. So what is that? ஓகே, ஸோ வாட் இஸ் தே மீன் தமிழில் சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, பார்வை என்ன, அவங்களோட விஷன் என்ன, அவங்களோட நோக்கம் என்ன அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா? ஸோ அதுதான் வந்து ஒரு விஷன் சொல்லுவாங்க. ஸோ இன்னொன்று என்ன பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா, மிஷன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. மிஷன் அப்படின்னா அவங்களோட பணி என்ன, அதுக்கான வேலைகள் என்னென்ன செய்யணும் அப்படின்னு பார்ப்பாங்க. ஸோ ஒரு கிளியர் விஷன் அண்ட் மிஷன் எப்படி இருந்ததாலே, ஸோ அவங்களுக்கு வந்து ஒரு நல்ல லீடர்ஷிப் குவாலிட்டி, நல்ல ஒரு விஷனரி இருக்கிறதா அப்படின்னு நம்ம எடுத்துக்கலாம். So visionary and leadership quality is also important. So this is one of the most important characteristics of entrepreneurship. So to be successful, the entrepreneur should have a clear vision of his new venture. However, no, to turn the idea into a reality, a lot of resources and employees are required. So if any company is I mean, appointing many employees, and so lots of resources are there. Lots of because resources are required. So for all these, a clear vision and mission is probably it is being needed. So here, the leadership quality is paramount because leaders impart and to guide their employees towards the right path of success. So without leader, without those who are not guiding, so no company can lead success. So visionary and leadership quality is one of the most important characteristics of in entrepreneurship. You understood? Okay, so next comes the open-minded. So what is open-minded? In business, every circumstance can be, an opportunity. So if you get an opportunity of doing any business and use that benefit of a company. For example, many have criticized about the demonetization. Many have criticized, no, India cannot do the online transactions. So this is totally what is that? Idea will not work out. So many have been commented on it. But what the thing is, like for example, the Paytm, they recognize the gravity of demonetization. They accepted the challenge. They accepted they utilized the situation, and what they did is they acknowledged the need for the online transactions would be more. So they utilized the situation and expanded their business massively during this time. So now they are one of the most successful running business company. You understood? So you have to be very open-minded. You have to be very, you have to use the opportunity whenever it knocks your door. You understood? Okay. So this is most important characteristics of an entrepreneur. Okay. So next comes is flexible and multi-skill. So what is flexible and multi-skill? So entrepreneurs should be flexible and they have to be very open to change according to the situation. Okay, so to be very top of the business person, you have to accept the change and you have to be very no, you have to be very open to the change. Okay, for example, no, what is that? For example, I'm telling you, entrepreneurs those who have carried out with the different tasks. For example, in a company, HR department will be there, accounts department will be there, promotions will be there. So they have carried out many tasks. They have phased out many tasks. So entrepreneurs they can change the approaches when it is necessary. So they have to be very flexible. They have to be very multi-skilled also, right? So flexible and multi-skill is also one of the most important characteristics of entrepreneurship. You understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The next comes is uh, yeah, know your product. So yeah, if any company owner is there, he or she has to know the product of offerings and also be aware of the latest trend in the market. So without the latest trend in the market, how a business owner can run the business into a profit motive? Okay, so it is essential to know if the available product or the service meets the demand of the current market, or whether it is a time to tweak it a little. So, so the company owner should be upgraded to each and every second. You understood? So, to know the product is also an important characteristics of an entrepreneur. You understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so these are the most important characteristics that we have discussed about the entrepreneurship. First is ability to take a risk, innovation, visionary and leadership quality, open-minded, flexible and multi-skilled, know your product. Got it? So we can move to the next slide.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Okay, so next comes here is importance of entrepreneurship. What is entrepreneurship? So just to think about the absence of entrepreneurship. So if there is no entrepreneurship, as already we have the unemployment problem here. We have not only in India, so many companies are facing the unemployment problem. So the private companies are there. So they are the one who they came forward and they started with the new ideas. They started the business. Okay, so we are getting lots and lots of products and services because of the entrepreneurs. Okay, so creating the first important of importance of entrepreneurship is it creates the employment. Okay, so entrepreneurship actually generates the employment. So it provides an entry level job and it required for the gaining experience, and it also training the unskilled workers also. Okay, so the most important part of being an entrepreneurship is it creates the employment for the nation. Okay, it creates an employment for the nation. Okay, so it solves the unemployment problem also. Okay, the next comes is innovation. So it is the hub of innovation that provides new product ventures, new market technology, and the quality of goods, and also it will increase the standard of living of the people. Okay, so if innovation is not there, what we have, where will be will not be no will not be having AC in our home. Will be has like where we had when our forefathers were without ACs. So we can we live without ACs in now in our home? So not like that. Okay, so innovation is also important. So in the third importance of entrepreneurship is that is impact on society and community development. What is that impact on society and community development? So society which becomes greater if the employment base is large and diversified. So it brings about the change in society, and also it promotes facilities like high expenditure on education, better sanitization, and it also fewer sums and high level of homeowner. Therefore, entrepreneurship assists the organization towards more stable and high quality of community life. So it also impacts on the society and also the community development, because now we are having because of higher better education because of the entrepreneurship, because we are going and having better education because of private schools and all. Okay, because we cannot impose and we cannot be dependent on everything on the government. So there should be an involvement of private sectors also. Do you agree on it? Okay, so impact on society and community development. So this is also an importance of entrepreneurship. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the next is it also increase the standard of living. Why it increase the standard of living? Like entrepreneurship will also help to improve the standard of living of a person by increasing the income. Okay, so if the standard of living means increase in the consumption of various goods and also services by households and for the particular period. Okay, so without entrepreneurship, how we can improve our standard of living? Okay, so because it increases the income. Okay, if we still depend upon the government, so if we still are on the hands of government, so we will not be employed. Okay, so if we are earning income because of private owners, you agree? Okay, and also the last, whether you agree or not, this is the most importance of entrepreneurship, that it supports research and development. Why it supports research and development? So having new products and services, so all the things can be tested and the research can be done, and also every product can be launched in the market, and without any finance for all these things, where we can do where we can do all these sorts of things. Okay, without any person who's not financing, without any finance, can we do any research? Can we do any testing? Can we launch anything, any product in the market? Can we do any new products? Can we make any new products, or can we do any services, or what? Do you agree? So the importance of entrepreneurship is it also supports the research and development. Okay, so new products and services that needs to be researched and tested. So the entrepreneurs also dispenses the finance for research and development with research institution and universities. So this actually it will promote the research and also with the general construction, and it will also develop the economy of the nation. Okay, so these are the most importance of entrepreneurship. You agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so am I clear? So do I want to change my slang, or do I want to change my uh, style, or what? Is it okay?
It's
Okay,
okay.
sir.
Sir,
Yes. Yes. No. Any queries? So someone who talk now. Okay. Can we move to this next slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes. Ma'am. Who's that? Yes. Any problem?
No issue, sir. You can continue, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So I'm moving to the next slide. So these are the roles of entrepreneurs here. The first role of entrepreneur is they are the inventor. As we discussed about many things regarding this, they are the inventor, they are the innovator. So who is the inventor here? So they develop new ideas and products. So uh, who is the innovator here? So they are actually they improve the existing products and also the processes and also the services. They act also the roles of a manager. So manager they act, they set the goals and also they manage the plan. So the next role of the entrepreneur is about the administrator. So they implement the plan to achieve the goals. Okay, so they act as also as a leader. So why they act also as a leader? So in order to create the vision and the mission, and also to communicate to others, and also to direct everybody to make the work smoother. the role of entrepreneur, they have to be act as a leader. So these are the most important role of an entrepreneur. So they act as also as a leader. So the next thing is they are the risk bearer also. Whether it's a profit, whether it's a loss, whether anything else, they are the risk bearer also. Okay. Okay. So apart from this, I want to just motivate you by showing this successful entrepreneurs. Can you able to see their picture, their photos? Who are they? Any idea? Have you ever studied about these personalities?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, let me tell you about these three successful entrepreneurs. Like the first person, he is the uh, CEO of Zoho Corp. Okay, so his name is called Sridhar Vembu. Okay, he is the CEO of Zoho Corp, and he is the company behind the Zoho suite of online application. So he worked as a wireless system engineer at Qualcomm, but he is actually from a very middle class family from Chennai. So his father is a stenographer in the High Court, and neither his father or his mother went to college, but he is now a successful entrepreneur. He is the CEO of Zoho Corp. Okay, so he went to a Tamil medium government aided school, still standard 10. And then he did 11th and 12th in English medium. So this is how he become a successful entrepreneur, because his passion is to become an owner of a company. Okay, so he also worked in a company, but where he was too fortunate to work with some of the leading minds in wireless communication, and he also now he after opening a company of Zoho Corp, he competes with this. I mean, around the world with some core products of what supporting to the Microsoft and Google and Salesforce.com also. So he's a successful entrepreneur. But with proud, we can say that he is a Tamilan. He's from South. Okay, so he's one of the successful entrepreneur, CEO of Zoho Crop, Sridhar Vembu. So if you want to know about him, just go and Google and search about typing his name, and you will come to know about his know about him very well. Okay, called Sridhar Vembu. Just note it down. Okay, and the second successful entrepreneur is the Satish Kumar. Have you ever heard, heard about the product called Milky Mist Paneer? You would have even tasted it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Milky Mist Paneer, and absolutely, he is the MD of Milky Mist Paneer, Satish Kumar. So he actually is born into an agriculture family, very from the village near Erode. Okay, so Satish is inherited in an entrepreneurial genes from his father. So his father is actually he's also a milk supplier, but his father business didn't go well, but he take the initiative and he took over the business, and he is now a successful entrepreneur. Now he is leading with the paneer with the, basically you would not uh, what is that, you'll not believe that he before making the paneer he doesn't know how to make paneer also. So in one interview he told about himself that he don't know how to make paneer, but in those days he doesn't have as we have now, like YouTube videos, and we are seeing those videos and all and cooking it. But in those days he doesn't have those videos and to make how to make paneer and all. So what he did is, like like asking their neighbors and relatives, he he just heated the milk and adding vinegar to it. He just tried to refine the process, and it got reasonably with the good quality of paneer. So this is how he started with his career got started and his business got developed. Okay, he is the successful entrepreneur of MD in of Emil chemist Satish Kumar. Okay, so I think you will really feel proud because these two personalities are from our own state. Okay, one is from Chennai and one is from the other person is from the Erode. Okay, the third person is Ritesh Agarwal. He is the founder and CEO of OA Rooms. What we do when before 10 years, like we used to call our relatives and we used to call our friends that we are coming to your place and we want to stay at your home, and we'll be there for 2 or 3 days, what they think actually. But now it is not the case like that. Okay, so the thing is that he had a thought of the idea called making the OYO rooms, right? So this person, Ritesh Agarwal, is the motivation behind why huge number of Indians presently approaching modern remains. Like he's the organizer of OYO rooms and the thought of possibly of spending in network with overnight boarding of the OYO rooms and all. Just he's when he just uh, when he was a founder of OA Rooms, he was just age of 18. You would have not even believed it. Okay, so he before he long dropped out from the school to convey this thought forward, he established the OA Rooms and he began an activity with just 11 rooms in Gurgaon Hotel in 2013. I mean, present. He has, in presently now he has 65,000 of rooms across 170 Indian urban areas. Like he is, traversing more than 5,500 properties. So Ritesh expression to progress in one of the most compelling pioneering venture in India. So he is the one of the most successful entrepreneur. So proudly we can say that is are from own nation. It's called Ritesh Agrawal. He's a very youngest Ritesh Agrawal, and now his age is 27. Okay,
Yes, sir.
can we move to the next slide?
Yes, sir.
Yep. So you all know, I mean, you would have heard about uh, the famous personalities of top Indian entrepreneurs. One is the top most person is Dhirubhai Ambani. The second one comes along with Tata, Jahangir Ratanji, Dadabhai Tata, and third one is Narayan Murthy, Shiv Nadar, and Lakshmi Nivas Mittal, and Dilip Sangvi. So how these entrepreneurs are, making successful. So how they are becoming very successful in their business. Okay, so what strategy they use? Okay, so I will tell you just three simple strategy that they use. Okay, one is that they will learn uh, their from the prior work experience. The second one is they will identify the problem that needs solving, then they will solve it. So where the problem, they'll solve that problem and then they will proceed with the next. They'll eradicate their problem and then they will move to the next problem. Okay, and the third important thing is that they follow the strategy called they will always surround the people those who trust them. Okay, so I've always this just keep this in your mind. Just you have to keep yourself surrounded with the people whom they trust you and whom you trust. Okay, this is the one most important strategy of a successful entrepreneur. You understood? And also
Yes.
you have to be very no you have to be remain very curious also. Okay, so these are the main strategy of these Indian entrepreneurs, they do follow it. Okay, the first one is they will learn from the failures and they will learn from what are the prior work experiences, and they'll identify the problem that needs to be solved, and then they will solve out the problem and then they will proceed with the next. Okay, and the third one is they'll surround themselves with the people whom they trust, and and finally the thing is they will remain curious. Okay, sir, you can ask me, sir, can anyone be entrepreneur? Yes, but anyone can be an entrepreneur, but not everyone is going to have the same level of success. The success is with you. The thing is, entrepreneurs has to take lot of experiences. Only when you gain experiences, only when you gain determination, when you have some bit education about entrepreneurship, and you can definitely lead success in the business. Okay, so anyone can be an entrepreneur until they face risk and what is that, gain experiences. Okay, they have to be very strong, they have to be very brisk even. Okay, sir, you can ask me, sir, whether I mean, many have the same question. Sir, entrepreneurs are whether they are born or whether they are trained. So entrepreneurs are not naturally born, but they are, naturally they are made. So entrepreneurs is actually not a destiny, but it is a qualification. So everybody, those who are born as not born as an entrepreneur. Okay, so they develop their quality, but they learn what is the knowledge about entrepreneur and how to uh, they'll read about the business strategies and all, and they'll qualify with the qualification. Okay, so it's actually about they are not actually born, but they are naturally, they are made. Okay. Okay, so these are the most two questions they'll ask you. So again, can anyone be entrepreneur? Yes, can anybody can be an entrepreneur. The thing is, they have to face all the consequences. Okay, so whether they are born or trained, yes, they are naturally bred, but they are not naturally born. Okay, so these are the top Indian entrepreneurs. You understood?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So next is how to build entrepreneurship attitude. So attitude is also one of the most important thing to bring you as a good entrepreneur, and to also to make you success in your business, and how it is, and how it will. Sir, you can ask me, sir, how attitude will also bring, give us hand in success. That we'll discuss about it. Okay. So first, what you have to do is you have to know your environment. So you have to. Once you become an entrepreneur, you should not be very strict, and you should not be very cruel, and you should not disrespect everybody. But you should know how to respect others. So you should know what is your environment is about. How is your environment, and you have to. And if you are praised, and you also, if you want to get paid, you have to praise others. Okay, so please have the quality of appreciating others and be thankful also. Okay, so thanking will also give you most satisfaction. So I'll tell you how this will work out. So you have to be very smart in your work also. Every people will work, but not every people will smart work. So many will say, I was working from morning 7 to night 7 or 8 o'clock, but that's but smart people will, even if they work for a short period, but they'll work for a finest they'll come out with the finest output. If you work smart, you it doesn't need much time. Okay, if you're smart, you will not work for a long period. So be smart in your work. So go in deep with your problems and come out with a solution. Okay, this is how you have to smart work, and this is how you can lead your success, lead your business into success. Okay, and the most important thing is that entrepreneurs, not only entrepreneurs, even the students are there, and those who are family men are there. The most important thing they make a mistake is carelessness. Okay, so life will never care for the careless people. Okay, careless is also is also called a sin. Okay, so don't be very careless, and if you are careless, it will ruin you, and it will spoil your life. Okay, and not only it will spoil your life, so it will spoil your entire character, and it will spoil your entire business, it will spoil your entire family, and spoil your entire personality also. Okay, if you practice carelessness, you will lose more in your life. So think that you should be very careful. Okay, so you have to be very no, what is that? You have to be very proactive. What is that a proactive is? So what is that proactive? Proactive is that something you have the no controlling controlling of a situation. So you should not react for anything without knowing the situation what has happened. Okay, that is the good quality of a leader of a leader. So leader in the sense you can also convert this to for a good entrepreneur. Okay, so reaction gives an angry will never win. Okay, so you have to be very proactive. So every decision when you take with an anger will you will get you in loss, will put you in problem. Okay, so try to get good things from the environment. So these are the basic quality of a leader, and these are the basic quality of how to be a very successful entrepreneur also. Okay. Okay, so let me tell you what is the difference between the job where you work and when you are a owner of a company. So let me discuss what is the pros and cons are there. Shall we move on to it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So if you are working in a job, you'll have these are the positive points. So you'll have a guaranteed monthly income. You'll have no major responsibility. So you'll have working time is limited and not need to think about profit and loss. That will take care about the what is that? The owner. Only one work and minimum increment. So you can lead a very happy life and all. So that is the job where you go and work. Okay. So the negative point is you have to answer to somebody. Okay, so you have to though no leave will be there for important functions, but you have to be very always in a frustration, and you have to face every problem. Why sir, you have to go and ask for a leave, and you have to put a leave letter. Sir, give me leave for the Pongal celebration. Sir, give me leave for the Diwali celebration and for the Christmas celebration and the New Year celebration. No, even for a birthday party you have to go and get it. Okay, so job, if you're going and working in mostly the IT people, they are facing this kind of, not mostly the IT people, not really those who are working in an manufacturing a company. So no freedom of thoughts will be there. The internal politics will be there. The less job satisfaction will be there, and you have to work for somebody, and they will go and no, they'll be happily go and enjoy their life outside. But you have to work for somebody if you are working in a company. So these are the negative points are there. So both the positive points is also there, both the negative points is also there. Okay. Then we come into the ownership. When you are the owner for a company, what are the positive points? You have the freedom to earn money. You are not answerable to anybody. Okay, whether it's a loss or whether it's a profit, that you are answerable to your own. Okay, so time can be spared anywhere, and the freedom of taking decisions will be there, and meet various situations wherever you want to go, you can go. That is up to you, and financial freedom will be there. Okay, these are the main positive points are there. But if you take the negative points of ownership, and if you're owner of a business, you must work for you. Okay, this is the most important negative point. But this is not an actually negative point. If you're working for you, what is there in it? Okay, but you have to work for you. Who will come and work for you? Okay, so next thing is you have to take all the risk. Can you take or not? You have to take the risk when you are leading your own life. Okay, so this is negative points, and if you think that this is negative point, this is negative point, and if you think this is positive point, this is positive. And no security income will be there, and if you know, if you earn more, that is fully to you. You can share to your parent, I mean your family, and you can also keep it with yourself, and you don't want to share to anybody. So these are the negative points. Okay, so these are the things we can have it in ownership. So risk taking, coming to this place is vigorous risk. All these things are there. So at the end of risk taking, what is there? Fear of end. So when you uh, are over of the, all the risk you have met, what is the end result of it? So fear of end, insecurity feeling. So the result will be success. Okay. for any risk taking, that the result will be success. So go and meet whatever the thing is there, what are the problem you face, go and meet the problem, you come again, you'll feel very happy. I'm right or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so have the courage of meeting all the risk taking, and you'll have the no. If any problem is coming to you, you'll not feel very tired. You will not feel so insecure. You'll take everything as easy. Life is that it was no. If you take everything as positive, okay, this is how even the successful entrepreneurs are taking their life as so easy. Whether their list is there, they'll find out the solution how to overcome the loss and how to make profits. Okay, this is the result of risk taking. Okay, so in order to if you are starting up a company, so all these things when you're we have discussed about what is there the positive and negative points if you work in a company, and what is the positive and negative points are there if you have a own company. So the next is if you have definitely you should have a idea of start up a company. You should start up a company after giving this lecture. Okay, so the thing is, you have to know about the SWOT analysis. What is that? Strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats. What is that? Strength, weakness, opportunity, threat is about? Have you ever learned about it? What is that? No, before starting up any business venture, strategic planning for any projects. So the businessman will go and put the SWOT analysis. What are the strengths of the company? What are the weaknesses of the company? What are the opportunities are there for the company? And what are the threats of the company? For example, if you are there, if you're putting what is the strength of, for example, I'm naming out any girls here. For example, Anita is there. What is the strength of Anita? So you can say that, sir, my strength of myself is like I have a very excellent communication skill. I have a very good computer knowledge. So this is how you have to identify what is your strength of a company. And next, coming to the weakness. So what is my weakness? That if you have to know what is a weakness, you have to know what is your weakness. So where you are lagging in. So I'm lagging in time management. So I don't know how to plan. So I don't know how to make the decisions. So that for that you have to make corrections. So you have to make the plan according to the time management. So this is the weakness that you have find. What is the opportunity that you're getting up for anything else? Like you have for any business, like lots of social media friends are there. So this is the opportunity that you have. You can go and have an outing there. And what is it that you have, sir? I cannot do all these sorts of because I have a threat. Like I have a knee problem here. Okay, so I have a strength. So you could first know about yourself, and then you should know about your company. So your strength, your weakness, opportunity, and threat. And if you're starting up a company, know about your strength, the main strength of the company, know about the weakness of the company, know about the opportunity of the company, and the threat of the company. Okay. Okay. So to so this is the uh, criteria of starting launching a new business. First is you have to testing up a testing concept of feasibility. What is that feasibility? Feasibility is that in Tamil, if I have to tell you, like the testing concept is that சாத்தியம்னு சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா. So இந்த சாத்தியம் என்ன அப்படிங்கிறது நீங்க சோதிச்சு பார்க்கணும். So that testing concept is the one three key issues of pre-startup of any phase of launching a new business, and then you have to develop a business plan, and then you have to go and acquire for a resources. Okay, so acquiring resources, that the process of securing the team members and the equipment of equipment and the materials or other resources required to deliver the project. So if you are starting up any project, you have to acquire those resources, like the equipment, the materials, and all. So the next thing is, what are the three key issues of startup phases? You have to find out the customers for the new business you are we're going to start about, and you have to build a structure, and then you have to generate positive cash flows. Okay, so these are the 10 deadly mistakes of every entrepreneurship they make. Is that the most important thing is management mistake. What is that, a management mistake? For example, if I want to tell you, some managers will be there. They will not even listen to their team. They will not even take anything too seriously. No, everything they will take into seriously. So that is the most important no management mistake they'll make in 10 deadly mistakes of entrepreneurship. The next is lack of experience and poor financial control, poor location, and improper inventory control. So these are the 10 deadly mistakes of an entrepreneurship is about. So this is how the business entrepreneurship fails. Okay, so please make a note of it, and if you are controlling all these failures, you can definitely succeed in your business and in your life goals. Okay, so to how to avoid failure in entrepreneurial business. So you have to know your business in depth. You have to develop a good, effective, and solid business plan, and you have to have a thorough and complete financial statement. And you have to learn how to hire and manage people effectively, and you have to keep up physically fit and consume healthy foods and everything else. So keeping up you with healthy, no, you're physically fit and consuming healthy foods, and it's also important for an entrepreneur to run a business successful. Okay, okay. Am I clear with what I've teached you? Okay, so to end this, I would really realize your potential, and also I realize your potential of what you can do in life, because what you can do in life is only what you know it. Okay, so make this country proud and make yourself proud, make your parents proud. The opportunity is literally in your hands, and it is not in anyone's hand. Okay, so it is only for you to lose from here onwards, and the country to give. So with that, the best of luck and all the best with whatever you want to do in life. But as I said, please go ahead and do what you love, and do it with crazy amount of passion, and make India proud. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful tips for becoming entrepreneurship and interaction with our students. I hope it was very useful for our students, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, this is time for vote of thanks. I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. At the outset, I would like to extend my gratitude to our Honorable Chairman, Sir, Madam Chairman, Executive Director, Chief Executive, Admission Director, and heads of various departments to conduct this program for the benefit of the students. I am indeed grateful to our beloved, energetic Principal Madam, Dr. M. Devi, who have been a driving force in all our initiatives and also to conduct such program in a systematic manner. A special thanks to Mrs. V. Rati, Assistant Professor of Physics, for welcoming our chief guest. I would like to register my sincere gratitude to our most distinguished guest speaker, Mr. Nagarajan Sir, MBA, MPhil, PGDAM, who spent time from his busy schedule to grace the occasion. And a special thanks to our HOD, Dr. J. Arivukarasu, for hosting the program in a successful manner. Thank you very much for your valuable speech, sir. Last but not least, I thank the students for your active participation throughout the program. Once again, I thank everyone. Thank you, sir, and thank you, my dear students.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much.